Hi everyone! This morning we're going to carry on with our shadow box. So in part one we created the frame and we organised our box and we got our pieces ready to decorate for the inside of our box. So hopefully you're up to this step. I've got all my materials here, so I've got bits of fabric, coloured paper, wrapping paper, I've got little bits of old paintings that I have here. I'm just going to use things that I found around the house. So hopefully you've got some craft materials and some things together that you can work with to help decorate your shadow box. So let's get started. So in the back of the box is where you're going to put the person. Whoever you've chosen is going to be in the back of the box. So I said that my shadow box is going to be about me. I can make a beautiful shadow box and give it to my mum and dad for Christmas. So you could use an old photograph to put in the back here and cut it out, an old drawing, a painting, or you could create something completely new. So I had this here left over from our last artwork, the Frida Kahlo self-portraits. I did a couple of them. So I'm just going to be using something that I already have, but you can go ahead and make something brand new for this artwork if you like. But this is just similar to if you had a picture or a photograph. So I'm going to start working on the back piece here to go in behind here. So you should have your square piece of paper that is the piece that's going in the back of the box. And this is where you're going to be putting your person. So I'm just going to cut this out so I can stick it on. I could just put it in like this because it already has a nice background, but I think I want to have it cut out like that. And that's going to go onto there. And that means that I've got options to decorating this how I want in the theme of my artwork. So if you've got a photograph, you might want to cut out the person to put in there, so then we can decorate around there as well, just to make it a bit more interesting. So I've got some great materials to work with. I think a little bit of gold would be nice in behind there. So let's cut some of this. So we're just going to decorate the back piece. We're also thinking about things that are related to our theme. So if it's about a particular person, you might want to be creating little drawings and things that relate to who your shadow box is about. So it's about me. I really like flowers, I really like cats, I really like birds, I really like nature. So those are some of the things I'm going to be adding into my designs. I'm going to cut the scallop. This is going to go in behind here. I'm just going to keep checking with my design as I go to see. I've got a few white gaps around there, so I might need to fill that in with something. Maybe just some coloured paper might be nice. Now I also have a little bit of glitter, and I think that's always quite nice, a nice thing to add. So I'm going to just put some glue onto this here. Then I'm going to use some red glitter. Really nice to have a bit of shine in your work. Look at that, it's looking gorgeous. Now that can go into the back there. Once you finish the back piece, it's going to glue into the back there, like this. We'll just put a bit of glue in the bottom of the box. Okay, so now we need to work on these side pieces in the bottom. Because no matter which way you look in there, you're still going to be able to see those pieces, so we want to have those covered. We cut these out last time. So we've got our two bottom pieces and our two sides. So we can start to decorate these as well with all of our lovely things. So I have some fabric which I think is really cool, nice bright patterns. So I might just add some strips of that on there. You can use pretty much anything that you've got. Old wrapping paper, pictures out of magazines, you can chop up old cards. Anything you can think of, you can try and use. As long as you can glue it or stick it on, away you go. I think this fluorescent matches that, so we're going to add some strips of that on the side. got these little flowers that I found as well, so I'm just going to cut these out and add them on. That adds to my theme because I like the garden and flowers and things. So we're going to use some found materials. I'm going to make some bright coloured flowers like I did for the frame. So we're cutting a circle, fold it in half, again, and then we're just going to cut these little triangles out and hope that gives us a flower. Let's have a look. Yes, it did. So try to add lots of detail. It's going to really look amazing when you put it all together. So that's a very nice bright piece there. And that can go into the bottom or top of the box. Just like this. So I'm going to glue that into there. Nice, and then we'll put the other one on the top. Actually, we might put a bit of glitter on there. Always nice to have some sparkle, whether that's the paper, the sort of silvery paper, or your tin foil, or even just a bit of glitter. Do you have some? Or sometimes you can get those sparkly gel pens that you can use to add colour. So that's always a nice option too. That's the bottom, the back, and the top. See that? And now we're going to do the sides. And what have I got here? Oh, that's quite nice and bright. All this cool pattern here. Some old fabric out of the old fabric bag. We need a bit of colour down here, don't we? And I do like this gold paper as well, so let's use a bit of this. Nice, that's looking lovely and bright. Colourful, as I like colours, flowers, I like nature. So that's sort of in the theme. And I'm just going to glue this into the side of the box here. So put the glue on the box. Stop the piece in there. We'll do the same on the other side. Oh, it's looking good. Wow. Now it's always nice, you can also put a little bit of writing in there or a message inside the box too, so if you want to write something and pop it in, you could. That's another option. So once you have decorated the inside of the box, then you can go and start decorating the outside of the box. You don't need to make panels, you just start painting, drawing, colouring, or decorating the outside of the box now. Good idea to add your base and then add the decorative parts on afterwards. So I'm just going to get some colour on there. This is especially good if you've used something like a cereal box and you've got all of those patterns and bits of writing and everything on the box. This is when you might want to be really just covering those up. Coloured paper is a great option. So there we are, all the sides of my shadow box are decorated. I haven't gone crazy on the bottom because it's the bottom, but I still have done something. And now we are up to the tricky part of getting the frame stuck on there. So this is a little bit tricky, but I think we can do it. If you have glue, then the best option you've got is to just put glue around the top here and press that down, maybe put a book on top of it and leave it to dry. That is the best option if you do have glue. If you don't have glue, then what you're going to need to do is you're going to have to tape. Put your frame face down and put your box on top of the frame. Now just check around all the sides to make sure that you can see the edge. And if you're going to use the tape, then sellotape will be best because it's clear. What you do is you put the tape like this, almost like when we did our houses and we were taping things together. So we do half of the tape on the box. And I would recommend doing this when all your pieces are dry and stuck on if you've used glue. Half the tape on the box, you can see it's hanging off half, and the other half hanging out. And that is what is going to tape. So then we flip this over, just check. Make sure you've got it the right way around. Yes, it's going this way. And we're just going to pull the tape up, put the box down onto the frame, and then press that tape along the edge there. That's going to stick. You're going to get a little bit of a tape line there, but it's not the end of the world. Just getting it on. So once that first piece is on, then we need to do the same to the other sides as well. So we can tip this up. Half on the box, half off the box. Bring this down. And tape. And once you've got two sides down, you won't be able to lift up the box anymore. You'll just have to go along like that. We'll measure how much tape we need. Press. Other side. And tape. And there is the finished artwork. Beautiful frame, representing me. Lovely edges that also tell you something about me. She loves nature, colour, patterns. Look at that. Beautiful. So hopefully you've enjoyed making your own beautiful shadow box. Someone will enjoy getting a gorgeous gift for Christmas perhaps, or maybe you'll keep it for yourself and put it up in your room. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye!